anyone's in the Theta sphere wants to know about, Zillies or whatever, like, hey, just get at Ryan and say like, hey, or ThetaCon, like, hey, what's going on with the Zillies? So I think that would be cool. I suggested that they could use a cardboard cutout of Doc Theta for it. So they seem to like that. We'll see. But I think, like I told you guys, direct your congressman about that other thing. I think, your macer say like, hey, it's like Proposition 25. Like, we want Zillies. We need Zillies. That's all we got, Us for sure. But.
Yeah.
This week episode is brought to you by None of Secret Supply of Sauce, the best sauce known to mankind and available on shelf anywhere. Even when the freezer is full of sauce, there is still no sauce for you. You want some of Nona sauce? Too bad, only Nona decides who gets the sauce.
Poppin's poppin' and lockin', Magnum scrutinizing, Papa Mac's Pinecast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Season 3, Episode 49 of the twice over Zilly Award winning Poppin' Mags Pinecast. Mags, how you doing?
You know what? Let's not make this about me or you. Can we first just acknowledge the hero of the week?
Who would that be?
Our girl, Katy Perry. Did you hear about this?
Well, I heard that she is an astronaut now. Yeah.
She inspirational astronaut. Yeah. And did you see a couple things about this, but the Wendy's account fucking roasted her, dude. Hysterical.
I saw. I don't remember what they said.
Well, there was a few things,
back. Yeah.
And like Katy wanted an apology and wanted it removed, and Wendy's is not doing it. So I'm Team Wendy's on this one. Oh. They were like, why'd you bring her back or something like that? Like they didn't want her to come back down.
Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheese flying off the shelves this week.
Support your local Wendy's. Yeah, so that was, I've talked about the Arizona Iced Tea account, but the Wendy's account is pretty like high as you can get for legitness. And they respond to like, oh, my burger was fucked up. Okay, let's fix that. You know what I mean? So they're doing God's work, as the kids say,
Take your word for that.
Yeah. And then, I guess they're all being like, they want to be, I don't know. I'm not for words. I don't know if it's all their mouths, but there was like this Gayle King lady who was there, and Katy Perry, they're like heroes for trying to consider themselves astronauts, kind of like a stolen valor thing, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, did it take any skill to do what they did? No. Serious question.
No. One of the other things Wendy's did was some guy was like, "What's the big deal?" Katy Perry was up there for like 10 minutes, and Wendy's like, "No, it's like 11 minutes." But no, they didn't do anything astronautical. They were tourists. A lot of people don't have the means to go to outer space for 11 minutes, right?
Sure.
Most people don't.
So
but like your girl Bezos's wife.
My girl.
Okay. Yeah.
How's that?
Because I said so. Right.
All right.
No.
I get that does count.
Yeah.
That counts.
That's street legal.
That's the way the game works here.
Yes. I saw this other post, and it was her next to his ex-wife, and it was like, one wants to be a hero for going into outer space for 11 minutes, and the other gives away billions of dollars to charity. But this one's the hero, the one that went to space for 11 minutes. So, and it wasn't even like real space, and that's the other thing too, because I saw our boy El Swampo, Theta frontman.
Yeah.
He's been a little quiet on the boards, right?
Very quiet, as have we all.
I mean, give me something excited about, and I'll be
please one time, right?
Chirping away, something more than
more than a $99 gray scowl.
Yeah, or a charter school that just got a chatbot from Theta, like something. Give me something with some meat in it, bro, right?
You just took away like half of the news I had for the week right there with that little one-liner.
I'm sorry. I did not. We don't discuss really too much. We just get hints of what we're going to say. But what was I saying?
Floppy.
Oh, Swampy. So he's floating this conspiracy as he does,
As
right?
he does.
That like it's fake because they look at this like SpaceX cone thing that went into space, and it's all like charred, and then this thing is like perfectly pristine. Did you see this? I
Well,
know he posted in our group.
yeah, I might have saw it. The one thing I did happen to see though is that they made this big deal out of getting the door opened. Did you see this?
No, I did not waste
Dude,
any brain cells. But tell me,
so they brought out this platform to stand up on and then a tool to like jack the door open. But before that, they had already opened the door. Like the door was already propped open. You could like see that like fingers or whatever, like it had opened up a little bit. And then they're like, no, close it. So they closed it. And then they brought out this platform to get up there. And I don't, it was very strange. Very
okay,
strange.
okay, there was some stuff you could do like some research on it of as to why. I'm trying to. Of course, I can't find my bookmarks when I need to. You know what I mean?
Research to make sure it's a good investment, like DYOR, like that kind of
No,
thing.
like
Like NFTs not being an investment.
no. Maybe I just have so much stuff bookmarked this week.
All my stuff bookmarked now is like baseball drills that I'm coming across. My Twitter feed has gone pretty much all baseball at this point. It's
Okay.
enjoyable.
I saw some well, real quick, I saw, like an MLB, like, video game ad on the Reddit,
Yeah.
and it had the Mad Dog, and they called him the Mad
Oh
Dog.
yeah.
You said you weren't
Okay.
familiar with Maddox
Professor.
as the
Yeah.
Mad Dog. Yeah, so, yeah, he was pitching to Griffey, and then they became like kids, and
Oh.
yeah, it was kinda funny, but, it all comes back it all comes back to the Mad Dog. Okay, so what was I saying? Get me back on track. Get me back on track. Oh, so I don't know why I can't find it, but basically what had happened was, well,
Well,
fuck.
while you're trying
Yep.
to figure that out,
Go ahead.
speaking of Mad Dog, I happened to be watching a game today, and I don't really watch too much baseball on television, but
Is this
I was
about
today.
this no hitter?
Oh, it was. Come on, man. Are you serious?
I didn't watch it. I saw a thing. Looked like a good call to me.
Oh, but okay, but I wasn't going to bring up who it was or what happened. Now,
Okay.
here's the story. All right. So, a pitcher is pitching and they get through 6 innings. Actually, it was through 7 innings. It was through 7 innings and had not given up any hits. In the 5th or the 6th inning, there was a ground ball to the first baseman that would have been a very difficult play to make.
Right. I
The
think
ball took
that's
a
why they
bad
changed
hop.
it.
Relax.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the ball took a bad hop and the guy got to first base. They scored it in error at the time.
Initially, yep.
Initially. Like
Yep.
and then for the next 45 minutes it was still an error.
Unlike as opposed to football where it has to be done prior to the
Immediately.
next snap,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
now
Go ahead.
So now the pitcher makes it through 7 innings and he's kind of like he's at like 97 pitches. Like now pitch count is a whole big thing now.
Sure.
It never used to be. So it's like, oh, do we send him back out there for the 8th, right? Because you don't get through 7 innings of no hit ball very often. And
Nope.
a no hitter these days is, Nolan Ryan doesn't pitch in the majors anymore. So no hitters by a single pitcher are very uncommon these days.
Complete game shut out by Maddox 78 pitches. Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. No, that's like 5 innings pitched now.
Yeah.
So anyway, these guys are making their plans around it, and before they send them back out into the 8th inning, the official scorer changes it from an error to a hit.
Okay.
I mean,
I didn't realize how late it was. So
yeah.
I thought it was a no-hitter error. So I don't know if it was Twitter or Reddit or something. It said like Yankees no-hitter. It didn't say like anything. I saw that play and I saw him get the base and I was like, "Oh, error, yeah." But then I heard they said that I didn't know there was such a distance in between. But they said no, it was it was a hit. And then looking at it, it would have been difficult to make because you can get eaten up by the ball and still throw it and miss. So it looked like that's what would have happened had he not like botched it further. You
They
know,
would have had a chance because that same guy that hit that ground ball had a ground ball to the first baseman in like the third inning, and the pitcher had to cover, and the pitcher beat him over there, and the first baseman made the play to the pitcher, and they got him out at first. So there was a chance for it, but and I mean, listen, I'm not arguing.
I will agree with you that you shouldn't have to wait that long, and there should be like
It
it should be
changed.
decided fairly quicklier than they
Yeah.
changed it. You know,
They literally could have not scored it, waited till the end of the inning, and then scored it after that, and I wouldn't have had a problem with that.
because I remember even back in our day when when we were younger and I used to watch, you'd sometimes you'd have a pitcher and his count was high, but he didn't have, once he gave up a hit, they
Yeah,
take
they
take
come and
take
get
a
him.
seat. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And this was
So
all a moot point because the very next batter in the 8th inning, he gave up a leadoff single up the middle, which is,
well, you never
kind of a
know.
relief. You never
That
but sure, that's a butterfly effect of this whole thing. You don't know, right?
right.
I just don't think it's right to go back 3 innings like that and change
I agree. I agree
change
with
the
you on
hit.
that.
And I will agree with you as well, like, immediately when that was done, I was like, "That's a hit.
I
That should have been a hit."
yeah, I think though, like what happened, I think why it felt like that, it wasn't because it was the Yankees and I don't like the Yankees. It wasn't because of that. It said no hitter, and then I saw that immediately. I was like, "Oh, that's an error," you know. And
Yeah.
then
Oh,
when
yeah,
they
when you
showed it
just
again, because
when all you see
everyone
is the fielder, yeah.
everyone wants that. Like everyone likes to see a no hitter. I mean, not the team get no hit.
Sure.
Who was that back in the day where they sent him out to bunt in the ninth inning and he got a hit?
Oh my goodness,
Do you remember that?
was it Kurt Schilling?
Ah.
It was a perfect game.
It was like, I don't know, was it 2 outs, 1 out? It was in the ninth inning, the guy
Yeah,
dropped a bunt and got a hit.
yeah,
Oh, dirty.
yeah. I think
But
that was off of Kurt Schilling.
but yeah, I think we're actually in agreeance for some reason that but I think, not the, umpires or whatever, scoring whatever. I'm sure
Yeah.
they wanted it to be an error too. And
Well,
it
the
looked like
official score is for the home team, right? So he works for the Rays in this instance. They were
okay,
actually playing their home at George Steinbrenner Field in Tampa.
make a rule about it might not have to be right after because baseball, you don't want it like dragging on longer than you need to make the right call, right? But
Right.
maybe like
But
the half inning, they should be fucking after that
right.
inning ends,
Yeah, it should
before
be
the
it.
next guy takes a swing on the other team, it should be known.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
what
that's
kind of
fair.
standard are we setting here? You're gonna have a post-game press conference, the guy just threw a no-hitter and then, "Oh, sorry, now it's a one-hitter."
Are they
'Cause,
still using those dumb bats?
the torpedoes? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, I happened to see that. I just figured I'd get your opinion on that because I just thought the scoring after the fact, that change was although
That's
I think
way
they got it right, but
I
it took them
right.
too long to get it
They
right.
you shouldn't have to because like, what if there was bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, and
Right,
he's
then
pitching
they
to the
changed
guy, then they say, "Hey, that was a hit,"
it. Yeah. And the
right?
guy's on 140 pitches and has to go for Tommy John now.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying.
I know, I know.
Yeah. So, not right, but baseball is out of all the major sports, they're slower to change, right? So
Yeah, and dude, in that same game, Aaron Judge hit an absolute missile down the line, and I think just because this field they're basically Tampa's, like, using the
oh,
spring
isn't it if
training
you
home field for the Yankees.
because their stadium got destroyed by that hurricane.
Yeah,
Oh,
yep,
okay.
and they're
But didn't they
rebuilding.
have a thing where, like, if they hit it in a certain part of the dome, it was a hit?
Oh, yeah. No, off the roof? Yeah, that
Yeah,
was crazy stuff up
yeah.
there, yeah. But
Yeah.
this was a missile down the line that they called foul that
Mhm.
looked kind of fair, and they had no angle of it. Like, they're it's like they're playing on a high school field. It was crazy. And they called it foul, they kept it foul. I
Baseball, man.
Yep,
That's
baseball.
it's funny, I didn't even think of it, but I just saw this little clip on some social, and I was like, I bet you that's what he wants
Huh,
to talk about.
100%.
So,
It
totally
has to be,
fucking
yeah,
confusing.
yeah.
Totally confusing.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I didn't, but I'll just wing it.
Okay.
But basically, the Bezos fucking bullshit stuff is like low orbit and it just like shoots up. It doesn't go as fast as like the SpaceX ones are going, like they go higher orbit and 17,000 miles an hour. So they're coming down faster. The Blue Origin does not go near that fast. So that's what they're saying. There's a bunch of articles on it. I think Swampy's just reaching a bit, but then again, he thinks the Earth's flat.
He does.
So we need to get that episode. We need to get it. Hey,
Flat
maybe you
Earth.
could have him on next week.
Yeah.
The Flat Earth episode.
Certainly a possibility, because somebody here is going to Iceland, right?
Yes.
Is that confidential?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Just going to Iceland.
Well, enjoy your time there.
As one
But
does.
You can root for the hockey team there. You know, the
I
bad
was
guys
always
and Mighty
in
Ducks
the old
too.
Nintendo game. I was always Iceland.
Oh yeah,
the hockey. And remember, you could pick like skinny, medium, fat. Did you ever play that like hockey game?
I don't
on
remember
NES?
that one.
No?
Which one
Oh
was that?
yeah. There was like 4 countries. There was like Canada, USSR, Iceland. Did I say US?
No.
I think there was like 4 teams.
Okay.
But
That would be
so
the
they're
4.
basically the same, but you pick the goalie, like you pick the builds of all the hockey players. So if you go with the skinny guys, they're faster, but they can get knocked down better, easier.
Yeah.
If you go with the fat guys, they're slower. You know,
With
so
Malia.
so in the medium guys, they're in the middle.
Sure.
So it's
It's a trade-off.
whack-a-mole. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then skill is involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always is.
But that's not why I'm going. But anyways, hopefully we got something, because you can't not put a show up.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Me and the interns will figure it out.
Yeah, hopefully. Could only hope.
If not, they're fired.
Then we get some more.
All right. How about some Theta news that you pretty much already talked about?
What did I talk about? I don't even remember now.
The school. So
Yeah,
we got
go ahead.
we got Mitch Liu alma mater, Stanford University AI Labs, selects Theta Network Edge Cloud for AI research. I mean, just off the bat, Mitch, I think you could have picked a better picture. Like, this thing looks blurry that I'm looking at here.
That Stanford with the tree thing? Yeah.
It looks like it was like cropped out of like a letter or something, and it's very low res. Could have been a better look, but
yes.
Leland Stanford Junior University.
Huh?
That's what it was. So that's what it's called.
Well, and then there was someone who was bitching about this, saying like, oh, it looks like she could have just gave this girl like $20 to take a picture with the shirt or whatever. But then I looked up, they had put the name Ellen Viteri, Stanford profiles at Stanford.edu, and that's the woman we saw, management, science, and engineering. So fact check, it was the correct lady.
Great.
I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that piece of it, but I did see one of the 10s and 10s, Angel French. Ring a bell?
Yes.
She got retweeted by Mitch himself, and Schmidt. She says Schmidt Science's name. No,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No comment. Schmidt Sciences names 25 scholars working at the forefront of artificial intelligence as AI 2050 fellows, and will award them with up to $12 million to advance research that fully realizes the potential of AI to benefit humanity. Ellen Viterchik is one of them. So,
feel like when you say Ellen Viterchik, boogie woogie woogie, you got to add that at the end. No, feel like it, like it's electric, boogie woogie woogie.
Yeah. I went with the C being like the CH. I just kind of went with it. I'm not
that's
sure.
Our thing, right? You coined that. Just go with it. What feels wrong?
Right. Well, no, you just say it, and if people would look at it and be like, "Oh, that's how you say it." You know what I mean? Instead of just like guessing how you say it.
Absolutely.
That's one of those things.
Or you can be like Nokels, no ACLs, and have 20 different names, and then you're correcting me, and I'm correcting you, and then
then he corrects nobody,
and he corrects
everybody's right and wrong at the same time.
Correct.
So that looks like we just missed last week a great meetup in Paris at Theta World Tour. Our boy Simon from Open Theta posted.
Yeah.
Got a picture of Simon here. I recognize Wes One here. I see Jose, right? From Fuel Foundry fame.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I recognize anybody else in the picture. But yeah, Theta World Tour. He says can't wait for the next stop on the journey. I'm hoping the next stop on the journey is $1. Did I say that out loud? My bad.
You did. Oh my God. Yep. Shorty, what do they say? Shorty get low.
Well, I'm hoping the next stop on the journey for Pines isn't $1 because we had a $58 sale. Oh, you know what? I don't think we can count that one.
No, that was probably an offer.
No, it's that Davidian guy. You recognize him? David Ian 777.
No.
This guy buys packs like a madman, opens them, and then just floors it, no matter what it is. I don't know what his is.
Remember Theta News? Whatever happened to that guy? I like that guy.
T News?
Yeah, where's
Long
T
time
News?
no here.
I know. T News, if you're listening, shout out.
T News is not
let us know
listening.
how it's going. He should. I mean, I don't think he didn't like us, right? Not that I'm needy.
No. I don't think it's anything about. I think he. I don't know.
But I'm
No,
just saying, we liked him.
It is about. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. We had him on. He was a proud guest.
But like, yeah, we got who was it? Tygon King. We don't hear much from. I like that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tygon King.
What's going on with Tygons?
I don't know, but Tamer, I reached out to him. He's like, "Oh, I'm on spring break." That was like a year ago.
Oh, who was it? Oh, yeah. And we'll side note back to Pines real quick.
Oh, maybe I can get Tamer on this week.
Maybe Grove.
Let's go.
Still didn't get the third drop. I'm just gonna say this now.
Say it.
Well, don't have the date, but remember I said so. Who knows if we're ever getting a drop again? I don't fucking know, to be honest.
What do you mean?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we don't have it. Chief's talk with James. James says he submitted the stuff. I don't know who's right, who's wrong, because the people that are doing it, apparently James told them, hey, push this through. And apparently this person hasn't pushed it through. I don't know. Write your congressman. But if this is just a whatever, and we're supposed to get our next snapshot in May, and I said, hey, have them off Theta, have your Pines off Theta drop in May, because we can pick any day in May.
Yeah.
So unless I'm vetoed, that's what you need to do. But then again, who knows if we'll ever get any? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like, hey, screw you validators and people. You get yours when we say you do, and then.
But what does validators have to do with us getting our grow for the snapshot?
I don't know. I don't know why we're not getting our snapshot. But I mean, remember they almost. Nah, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, May, if we are going to get our coins and the snapshots are going to happen, you need to have it off in May, and we're not going to tell you the date.
Yeah. Because we don't know, first of all.
We don't know.
And second of all, we don't know if we don't know.
We don't know what we don't know. But if we run it and you're not off,
we also don't care.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fact.
But Tamer possibly, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he responds to this.
Sure.
Where do you want to go? You want to let's little POG corner here?
POG corner. POG corner.
You came heavy in the bass on that. That was nice.
Did I?
Yeah. So it looks like there was a reveal for some POG, the gold standard Bitcoin reserves. How'd you do?
I got two of them, and I got the most common too. As you would expect.
What was the gold plated?
They were all. I think there's 4 silver ones,
right?
And the other I think the other gold plated is a different design. That's just lower minted. I think they're the same because they didn't put the 24 karat thing in. The full, like, they didn't put the full daddy or the 14 karat daddy in. I think it was just regulars, just different designs.
Like,
Sire J, let me know if I'm wrong.
like, how can you tell?
Because it's like the same thing. I was looking at the metadata. Just the only thing looked different, other than the silver ones, was like the design.
Right. It doesn't say, because you click into the silver one and it doesn't say anything about silver, right?
Right,
It
but
just says POG material metal.
I think to get the 14 karat gold in there, they need to sell 250, and they didn't. So I just think
Oh.
I think they put 4 silvers in there, and it's weird. Kyler wound up with 3 of them. No, I don't know that. I just made that up. I'm joking. Emerson
Like
had one too.
joking or kind of joking?
No, I've excuse me. I have no clue. I think I looked at 2 of the wallets they were in, and I didn't recognize any of them from Steve. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it says in the metadata anything about it being silver. It just says, but what's strange though is like you pull up POG material metal and it says there's 108 of them, which is 93%,
Yeah.
but it's the only option.
Wasn't there
Well, there's
116 sold?
Yeah, no, wait. So this says 116. That's weird.
Maybe
So on Magic
in...
Eden filter, it says 116. But if you go into any single one, it says 108.
Okay.
Strange.
Okay.
So there's 8. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but
Grady, he
Grady
wrote
Corner.
it, but yeah, but he was just trying to figure out where the hell the phrase was last week.
Oh,
So I mean, so spoiler alert from last week, but I put it in between the 2 end commercials, Doc Theta and Guardians.
Doc Theta, a name
Yeah.
we haven't heard from in a while.
That's a name I haven't heard in quite some time.
Hope you're doing well, Doc Theta. Not that you'll hear this.
Yeah. So, let's continue POG Corner, then
Yeah.
let me mention Doc Theta. Yeah.
So today, Sunday, Easter Sunday,
American Easter.
Also 420 for those that celebrate that.
Yeah.
There was a POG drop today. Trev Elviz. If I'm saying that wrong, it's not wrong. It's right. That's how we do. Yeah, so it looks like we got another Magic Eden drop here going on. And I mean, it's interesting kind of.
So this is more like almost, I guess, on the level of Tygon Pogs. Like, it's the creator. It's a creator created on Pog, right?
Okay.
I think that's the deal with it. But it looks like punch boards.
Well, this just reminds me of you. It says about the artist. Trev Elviz makes loud, unruly art for people raised on cartoons, punk shows, and late night TV.
That does sound like me.
Yeah, looks kind of cool. Those are available currently on Magic Eden. So I'm not. Yeah, so you said punch card, like, okay, so yeah, these are not part of the hub. Is that? I'm sure they're going to be part of the hub, right? You're probably going to get packs from.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, like
digital. Yeah, it looks like there is. So yeah, it says bringing nostalgia to the blockchain. This digital RWA crossover mint captures all the vibes of the 90s. So that makes so it is. I see what you're saying. So the real world asset is the punch board.
Right. Like the ones, I don't know if you got. I got. I don't know if you redeemed yours. I redeemed mine.
Yeah.
The
punch board for.
But then I bought
another
digital one and kept that.
Well, you have to. Yeah, I mean, but if you have. Oh, did you have to burn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not the physical.
Right.
Yes,
the digital.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you had to send the digital with it when you got the physical. If you sold the physical, right? that whole nonsense kind of.
You're gonna confuse everyone.
I'm already confused, and so is everybody else listening.
Got that right.
All right. Is there anything else you got for POG Corner?
Nope. We'll conclude POG Corner. Unless
Do we
you
want to
think of
drop
a word down or something, or we can do it later, or we can forget and I can put it in when I'm edited. And we will be right back.
This week's episode is brought to you by Dr. Theta's Community Guardian Node. Theta's premier community guardian node where you can stake your Theta if you don't run your own guardian node. Best of all, 100% uptime so you do not miss any rewards and 0 fees so you earn 100% of your T-Fuel. Trusted by Theta Labs, you can easily stake directly within your wallet. Simply go to the Staking tab, choose Delegated Guardian Node, and find Dr. Theta's Guardian Node. Quick, simple, reliable, and best of all safe as the coins never leave your wallet. Stake with the Doc today. This week's episode is brought to you by GuardiansOfTheta.com, offering 0% one-click Theta Guardian staking with random monthly token giveaways. Guardians also airdropped everyone staking with him an NFT that you're able to stake and earn T-Vibe. 100% uptime, 0 fees, random giveaways, what's not to love? Stop paying 4% and come join the fam with Guardians of Theta.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
So, Popper, what should we do for the pod key phrase this week?
We'll do Trev Elviz.
Okay. Trev Elviz.
Trev Elviz, not to be confused with Elvis. Just like on the drop page. Trev L, except don't put the no period out.
No
after
period.
No period.
No.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm interrupting myself from what else I was going to say, but we got a new listener this week.
Sweet.
My coworker from DC
Oh boy.
found out our boss Danny Flanny didn't tell him about the Zilly Award winning Pinecast we run. He, for some reason, he actually enjoys it. He told me he does not like pineapple on pizza, but his wife and his kids do. And then he sent me a picture of the pineapple pizza that they got the other night. For some reason, he seems to enjoy it.
Did it have artisan pepperoni on it?
No. So that the one he got with his daughter. So the mom and the son got the like Hawaiian pizza, and then he had something with pepperoni. That looked good too.
Good man.
Yes. Yep.
He can be trusted.
But he agrees with me. If people want to have pepperoni on pizza, then that's fine.
Oh yeah, if you want to have pepperoni on pizza, I'm involved.
Yeah, but definitely
pineapple.
Definitely not 6 pineapple pizzas. Oh, 6 Hawaiian pizzas.
Oh yeah, all 6.
Detective, yeah. All nighter. Yeah.
2 is too many.
1 is too many.
one I'll allow.
A half, man. That's a half. Man.
Yeah, I'm not a big like half pepperoni half. Like I don't know. I don't order pizzas by the half. Do you do that?
Depending. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, because
you're always gonna get 2 crossover pizzas, right?
Because sometimes I get that rectangle pizza, and it's like half cheese, half pepperoni.
Style?
Yeah, like school style almost. But man, school style was good. I miss that.
That's funny because there is one kid that is on my son's baseball team that you would think like this guy likes pizza. Like, he just looks like good. I mean, most kids do though, right? But the only pizza that he liked was school lunch pizza. Like he didn't like any other place. We went to this like really nice, the kids every year, once a year, we have to go and we do canning day. We basically stand out in front of stores for an hour to get donations. And while they were doing that, I was like, I'm going to get the kids pizza. So I walk to the place next door. Great pizza. The kid's like, no, I don't like, I only eat the garlic knots from there. I don't like the pizza. It's like, well, what do you mean?
That.
Come on. Like, I don't know. But newsflash, now he actually likes the pizza from there. So his tastes have changed over the last 8 months.
I miss good school pizza, man. Pizza day was awesome. But then when you're in middle school, we had in high school, the triangle pizza you can buy like daily.
Yeah, daily pizza, yeah.
But yeah, the square pizza, man, the school pizza, I've never had anything like that. It's delicious.
Really?
it's a different. Yeah, I I don't know. I'd like to have some, but maybe if I like anything like if I like this flavor gum or this type of gummy worm, and then if you have it too much, then it's like I need something else because of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big square pie kind of guy.
well, you're pretty square. I figured that would have been right up your alley.
Well, guess it's right up yours, huh?
I prefer triangle, but I won't kick a square out of bed.
Yeah, I might. But
uh,
where I don't
Doc.
know. What Doc Theta. All right, Doc Theta.
Doc Theta, he's still MIA. So I don't know if you remember a couple episodes ago.
Probably not.
I basically was appealing to Amy because
Oh
Brian
yes, this I do. Yeah.
has not got back to me about Zilly Awards. And so anyways, she immediately got she responded before I was even up. Like before 8:00 in the morning, I had an email from Amy, or we did. They were hoping to, it said something like, "Hey, Papa Mags," or interns, if you're reading this. We don't let the interns anymore read the emails because they don't when they were supposed to. Uh, but so anyways, had a little chat with them and was like, so I don't know if it's going to happen, but I suggested do a virtual Zillies because the people love the Zillies. They go apeshit over the Zillies, and it could be fun to pump that up, and you don't have to be a lot easier than doing a ThetaCon, virtual Zillies. That seems like a win-win in our book,
Yeah.
They talked about maybe if you win 3 times, then they have to retire you. And then I said, then we change our name to something else. But anyways, I said, well, we can get, so they're looking into it, but if anyone's in the Theta sphere wants to know about, Zillies or whatever, like, hey, just get at Brian and say like, hey, or ThetaCon, like, hey, what's going on with the Zillies? So I think that would be cool. I suggested that they could use a cardboard cutout of Doc Theta for it. So they seem to like that. We'll see. But I think, like I told you guys to write your congressman about that other thing, I think write, your macer, say like, hey, it's like Proposition 25. Like, we want Zillies. We need Zillies. That's all we got, us for sure. But
Yeah.
I think everyone just craves the Zilly Awards,
Absolutely. I can feel it. I can feel the craving from all the 10s and 10s right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So I guess unless you have some more stuff.
Well,
Anything?
I just
'Cause I
wanted
got a bunch
to
of stuff, but go ahead.
well, as we shout out Brian, I just wanted to say, hey, shout out to the Pacers. They're up 1-0 in their NBA opening matchup here. So congratulations on the early lead against the Bucks. Seeing as Brian is a Indiana fan, right, and not a Philadelphia fan.
Always has been.
Always has been. Always will be. But just
Remember he went to
drop
the
the
Indy
Eagles bit
500?
though. I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Though. Well, wait. That wasn't the Indy 500.
It was something.
It was at.
Right?
It was at the.
It was some racing event, right?
Yeah. Some last minute. Oh, I found these tickets. Let's give them away.
Yeah. Well,
Pittsburgh Golden Knights.
Pittsburgh Golden Knights. What a stupid fucking. Whatever.
How they been? How's that partnership working out?
I like the hockey Golden Knights a lot better.
Yeah.
They're not even you got West 1 and you got Golden Knights 1 and 2. And 2 is a big disappointment.
Yeah, that's not 2. There's got to be a 2 between Vegas and that.
Oh, speaking of 2, West 1, West 2.
Speaking of 2.
West 2 unfollowed me. I don't listen, ladies and gentlemen, check your socials. Did Sherwin Williams, ask Sherwin Williams, Wes Sherwin, former friend of the Pinecast, and then he rugged, and now he's just doing shitty comedy, whatever. Good for him. So we're doing shitty comedy, but we didn't rug anyone, right? Yeah, he unfollowed me, it looked like. So.
Is he even? Oh. Yeah, he unfollowed me too.
You believe that shit? Write your congressman.
Wow.
Say, let him know, hey, pal,
Got some set on him.
I know you unfollowed me, and you know what? I don't like it. I know what you did. So, yeah. So I unfollowed him, So,
Huh.
yeah. Interesting. I'm just saying, Wes Sherwin, at Wes Sherwin, he unfollowed us. He probably unfollowed you too. If you
Still
want into his
following Charlie
project.
Lawless. Still following Psycho KO. Brian Macer.
Wow.
Right.
Following a lot of friends of the Pinecast. Just not the Pinecast. I don't know what we did to that guy. Other than
Following
give him a
Jake Paul.
platform to dunk on our listeners and rug them. But I don't know what we did. It cuts deep. It cuts deep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Just kidding.
I won't.
Speaking of the Golden Knights, they're actually up 1-0 right now.
Oh my God. So you notice the time?
Oh, what happened?
So one of our mutual friends I was chatting with the other day, and she was like, "Oh, let's go through Alexa and take it off and walk me through it. Bing, bang, boom."
Huh.
I don't know how I feel about it. I disabled. I could re-able it.
It was kind of pointless, to be honest with you. Why it would go off at that time every night?
I mean, if the 10s and 10s say bring it back,
yeah,
the 10:40 alarm, then we bring it back. If enough people do that.
We're 4 minutes past due here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude. So I was watching a little bit of the Yankee game today. As I was getting to that channel, I saw Air Guitar Championships.
Okay.
On ESPN.
The Ocho?
The Ocho. It was literally ESPN the Ocho that they
really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And it was on, dude. When I saw it was like starting in 5 minutes. I was like, I at least have to watch like a minute of this, like to see what the heck is going on here. It was 5 people. It was exactly as cringy and everything that you think it would be just thinking about it. These guys are dressed up, like playing character roles like you would see like they were part of a movie. Like it was crazy. And then they were just playing air guitar to songs, and people were judging them and giving them scores. It was crazy.
Wow.
The one guy was like dressed up like Macho Man. It was really.
Yeah. So, www.usairguitar.com, the U.S. Air Guitar Champions, the 2025 U.S. Air Guitar Championships are kicking off in April. Find out more about regional competitions, the Twitch Online Regional and the National Finals. Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe was it the finals?
I think it was. Yeah, it was Rick Stinkfingers.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Mom Jeans.
Oh my God! I'm looking at these crazy characters.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
The hell?
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Crazy.
Where's our Australian breakdancer? She'd probably be really good.
Yeah. They had the one guy, the pelvic thruster or something like that.
See this guy's mustache, and he's got the kid from
Oh my God, dude!
The Sandlot looking at the lifeguard in his profile.
Oh yeah, Squints.
Yeah. This is wild.
Dude, so they had like the opening round, and then I flipped back and I saw there was a second round where they were like throwing stuff at him. They were like throwing shirts, bras, underwear, and the one guy like catches it in his mouth while he's doing it. It's like to see if they get distracted by it, right? It was like, I don't know. It was wild.
There's a guy that looks like Flanders. Ned Flanders, Simpsons fan. This is wild.
Yeah, it was. It was wild.
Maybe, hey, what do you think pivoting from, getting more air guitar content on the Pop Mags Pinecast? Look at these characters.
I know. Hey, it plays.
Wild.
It plays.
Oh my God.
They got airtime on ESPN. The OG, I think.
And they have a X profile. Looks like U.S. Air Guitars. U.S. Air.
It's unbelievable.
U.S. Air Guitar.
Yeah. Johnsonville. I remember Johnsonville was a proud sponsor.
Like the Brats?
Yeah. Must be.
Okay. Shout out. Johnsonville,
Yeah.
not a proud sponsor.
No, but
Like a lot of our
we'll take some
proud
brats.
sponsors.
We'll take some brats.
If you want to send some brats, we'll take some brats.
We will. We will give them great reviews, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
One other thing I saw was kind of sports related on the X this week. I forget who it was, where they were, but you know how sometimes they have like these parent races?
No.
Okay, well, there's occasions where it's like the kids on the team or like a school event and the parents race. And it just so happened that one of the parents here was a former Olympic sprinter. And it was a woman. And dude, she did not hold back at all. She won by like 50% of the. It was crazy. Everybody else was like halfway through when she was finished. It was pretty wild.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know you have a bunch of other stuff. Do you want to do one shout out? Shout out to me personally. I have my taxes done, and I think it's the first time I've finished them without having to go on extension in quite a while.
Good for you.
Shout out. It feels good, dude, because inevitably you go on extension and then you don't file them until October 14th, right? And then all of a sudden,
Take your word for it.
and then all of a sudden the next ones are due already.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
feels good. Feels a little sense of relief here. But as you were.
Okay. So yeah, there was I didn't get too much details, but there was a announcement that there's going to be a new Star Wars movie with your boy Ryan Gosling. Did you hear about this?
I did not hear about this. It's a movie or like a series?
It's going to be like it's going to be like a Star Wars, as I understand it, Star Wars movie, and I think it might have to do with racing spaceships or something.
Okay.
I think it's called Little X-Wing Driver. No, it's called something. It's called something, but I think it's more driving or flying or craft focused. So yeah, interested. I like the guys. He's good. But you know what
I was going to say that because you said my guy Gosling. So
well, he's our guy, your guy, my guy. He's everyone's guy, right?
he's a good guy.
But
He reminds me of isn't he the guy that looks like the Matt?
No one
Jared
looks like
Goff.
Ryan Gosling.
Jared Goff.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, kind of.
So, anyways, then I was thinking, I had a conversation with our boy Daryl. I had a conversation with our boy Daryl when I was at the casino, and
Shout out.
I said a line, and he didn't know what it was from, and because
That's
like now,
unusual.
yeah, and I don't know if you'll get it, but so like, you know how like I have like this like long ass hair and like a beard or whatever
Oh yeah.
right now. So see if you get this. So it's like, I know what you're thinking. I'm hairy, but and he points to his body, shaved. Do you know what that's from?
40-year-old virgin.
No, other guys. Other guys.
Oh,
Fresh start. Fresh
yeah,
start.
Yep.
With
Will
Christina,
Ferrell.
the wife. When you're at my house, you get my wife's name right. It's Christina. You don't remember that? It's great. But anyway, so then I said, "Fuck." Ava Mendes was in that movie, and I said, like, "Where the fuck has Ava Mendes been? I haven't seen her in forever." You know, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like that's Ryan Gosling's wife, and I love her body. Of work, of course, it's a good cover up. But yeah, where's she been? So she hasn't done like much at all, and it looks like. So then I was like, usually I just come up with this stuff and let it die and don't do any research because I'm not a real good journalist. But turns out that when they had kids, she just said, "I'm just going to be the mom and just do that." So I think the kids would want you to act, Ava. So.
Acting takes a lot of time. I don't know. I think she wants to be a mom.
You remember Ava Mendes?
More power to her. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Did you hear about this Bases for Everyone fucking thing?
Bases for everyone?
Base is for everyone.
Oh, base is for everyone.
Yes.
No, you're talking about base chain?
Yes.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah.
No,
So there's this guy who's embroiled in some other stuff right now, and I think rightfully so, but Jesse Pollock. And I think it was like a developer at Coinbase, but now he's like a content whatever, and Coinbase tries to separate themselves from Base. So he launched a meme coin, but he's calling it like creator content thing. So there's this like app Zora. I don't know if you heard about this, and it's just like the Instagram, right? But it's like on the blockchain, and like you could, so I guess like their thing is now like you can make your content into like coins. So they launched a coin, and I guess I don't know if it was on the Twitter, but definitely on like the Zora, the Coinbase tweeted about Coinbase, or Coinbase is for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
3 people bought like most of it and then dumped it. So it hit like $17.1 million market cap and went down to like 1.9, and then it shot up to like 11. And before we got on, it was at like under 8.5 million market cap. But so Coinbase tweeted about it, or if they didn't tweet about it, they definitely Zora'd about it, if that's what they kids say on Zora, right? And so then they had to clarify when shit hit the fan and people lost 2,500. I think it said like 2,500 wallets really got fucked over. 3 people made like $650,000 or something. And so, but like it went back up, but it also went back down. And uh, I don't know. We might have to do some further investigation into Zora, but then Base clarified that Base is for everyone, is not associated with Base or Coinbase or whatever. A little too late, right? Like you have this guy. They're trying to save face, but you have this guy that he worked for Coinbase, and now okay, maybe he's not working for Coinbase, but he's a content creator with Base, and he's doing shit on this Zora platform. But then Coinbase is putting it out there, not clarifying that it has nothing to do with them until it fucking gets destroyed and 3 people make a boatload of money. And then they say, oh, that's wasn't an official endorsement, so people who bought it prior to Coinbase Zora and or Exxon about it, got boned. Well, the people that bought before did quite well, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's a huge. It was like near 90% fucking drop. I think you're seeing like dead cat bounce. Like, oh, this guy Jesse's like, oh well, it's going back up, yeah, but it's also going fucking back down. But I think shame on coin, and they're trying to brand it as a content coin, and it's not a meme coin. He's trying to rebrand the meme coin. I think I think it's like Fetch, right? Like it's not working, and it's just hurting real stuff. But yeah, it dropped a fucking ton. I didn't know when they had said base is getting fucked over. Like Zilla sent me something earlier in the week, and I'm like, I didn't know what he was talking about. But yeah, so, and apparently it was minted or whatever through Zora. I don't know how any of this works. A better Pinecast would fucking know. Just stay away from meme coins. Maybe
All
not
we
financial advice, but financial advice.
all we know is when Coinbase.
If you have a tip about a meme coin and you have the tip before everyone else gets it and you purchase it before everyone else get it, sure, buy the fuck out of it and then dump it on people, because that's how you get your kicks. But if you hear about it then you buy it, you've already lost big time, right?
That's very likely. Yeah.
It's very likely. I say shame. I say shame on them.
Shame on them.
Then I saw, once again, like I think my bookmarks are just messing with me, but so I can't find them. So I'm gonna go from memory. Your boy Vitalik was posting about like, oh, this trend line thing is not looking good for Bitcoin, and then Plan B was like calling them like a meme coin, shit coin, like yeah, like ETH is doing any good, it's a piece of shit, essentially. Like, so it's nice to see that tribalism still alive and well. But like I said previous, I think ETH is just, if you're not Bitcoin and you're not a new meme coin, you ain't shit. Solana seems like they're doing some cool stuff, or it's easy to use Solana and it doesn't cost a fortune to fucking, mint stuff, and it's very user friendly. Yeah, I don't know, Magic Eden, I don't know why they like us. They should sponsor us.
Yeah. Please. We're open. Our DMs are open.
Yeah.
Hold on. Speaking of when Coinbase,
Go ahead.
we were lied to. We were lied to.
We were?
Chief's name, right? He said it was going to stay when Coinbase. And now it's go time. with a gif of Matt Foley, motivational speaker.
Matt Foley.
Come on, you know Matt Foley.
Oh, is that the guy down by the river?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I searched for it, but I realized it before I even typed it
Yep.
and entered. So yeah.
It's go time, he says. I don't know, go where, Chief, but I like your enthusiasm here.
Yeah. Can you send some our way?
Please. Please.
You know who I always forget to burn? Because I always forget to burn Brody, but I don't know if there's any good Brody stuff to talk about. Remember Brody, our boy from Canada?
Yeah, I remember Brody.
Formerly SPS Brody.
I'm sure. I bet he starts chirping here pretty soon. We're getting into the NHL playoffs here, which is
Okay.
he's a big Edmonton Oilers guy. So
Oh, I heard a bunch of people got canned from the Rangers. You like that call?
as they should.
Okay.
I mean, the Rangers this year, it was the strangest year of a hockey team that I've ever experienced. But 2 years, like not this year, the year before, they were the number one team. They won the President's Trophy.
They
This
choked,
year,
they choked though in the championship, right? Stanley Cup.
it wasn't. No, they
Or
didn't make
before
the
then.
championship.
Okay, cool.
But this year, they started trading out some guys. Like I understood a couple of the trades, but then then they trade their first round pick and a bunch of other guys to get a guy that I didn't think was worthy of a first round pick. I just didn't understand it. I thought they were just giving up on the season, to be honest with you, and trying to like get better, like for starting next year. And then they made a trade the other way to try to like save face or something. And then they didn't make the playoffs. And yeah, people deserve to be fired for that.
Okay.
Playoff? You kidding me?
I'll allow it. I got some other stuff, but I think we can wait. It's not important, but
None of this is important.
No, none of this actually is important. Yeah, that's true. So what day did I text you about?
Thursday?
Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So anyways, I think I text Pop around like 2:30 on Thursday.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Was that Wednesday, Friday?
No, that was
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday? I'm just naming days of the week at this point.
It was Wednesday.
Okay. So we have a substantial holding of this coin. What's it called again? Strax?
Yep.
Now that's EVM on the EVM right now. They migrated off the other chain from the other chain, whatever, and it's much easier for you to manage now for us. And I say us because it's me, you, and your brother.
Yep.
Who we can acknowledge as a giant jackass, but so anyways, I'm looking. I have Strax listed on my like Coinbase widget on my phone with like T Fuel and Bitcoin or something. They're just like the top three I look at or whatever, and then I can click in and I can see whatever. Anyways, I was like, holy shit, this thing is fucking ripping, and we earn a lot of that, right? Like
we do.
A good amount from our masternode, right? Or
nice percentages, whatever
nice percentages, because they did like what was it, a 10x, or they did a 10x reverse split when they crossed the chain, and we went from 100,000 to
double
a million.
Secret probation reverse.
Yeah. So anyways, it was fucking ripping, and I said, Popper, I was like, have you seen what's going on? And immediately you're like, yeah, I can't fucking swap it anyplace. There's no trading pairs for Strax. And I was like, oh man, he's coming in like really hot. I'm just like mentioning that I'm looking, and it's like it's up like 68% on the day. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
And if there's, because usually with Strax, I mean, it hasn't
been
good, but it will do like pumpage.
It'll tear 100% in a day, and then just whittle its way
go back
down.
down to below to what it was, the next day. So we try to, we've done kind of okay, knowing that that's the game with Strax. So we try to unload our earn stuff when we can, when it's favorable. and I'm not impressed with this bull market we're in. So I was like, yeah, Popper, you look, and you're like, basically, I was like, man, Popper's responding really quick and really hot with me. So so it's like it's like 2:20 in the afternoon or something, and then I go, I was like, did your brother know about this? He's like, yeah, he messaged me at like 7 something this morning. I was like, oh, well, he beat me by a bit, so it was already on your radar. Obviously, you didn't say anything to me about it.
No.
Like,
No.
I'm already dealing with this freaking jack-a-mole.
It's funny. That's how it usually goes. Like, I'll hear from one. I'll be like, and as I'm
I've
talking
always
with him,
laughed.
though, I'm like, I wonder when I'm going to hear from Mags on this.
So yeah, it
Just a
seemed
few
like
hours later.
it definitely went back down, but it went back up. We'll try to keep everything on Strax, but bump. That wasn't an endorsement of Strax. That was just a
No,
like keep it on track.
no, I'm not at this point.
No, I'm not
We
endorsing
endorse.
anything other than Papa Mag's meme coin.
Yeah.
We'll probably be on Coinbase before Theta, but
Yeah.
that's just
Very likely.
that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. That made me think of a million more things, but I don't want to keep anyone here longer than they need to be. So,
All right. Well,
what do you think?
with that, we'll see you on the boards.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a very nicely worded compliment on Twitter at JustAddSpam. Pops and Mags is a Scumbag Hat production in association with Pam's Day Spa.